Hello and good day to everybody. Today we're going to go check out Chatuchak Park and see what it looks like after 17 months of COVID lockdowns. So let's go see what we can see. Okay, we're walking along now. Now there's several ways to get to Chatuchak Park. The easiest way and the most common is for people to take the light green line of the BTS. And you simply take that to the Mochit BTS station. And that's right there next to Chatuchak Park. The other way you can do is you can take the subway or the MRT. And it takes you to, you can get off at two stations. You can take one that's right next to the Mochit BTS station that's called Chatuchak Park. That's the most common, and then you have to walk through the park to go to the Weekend Market. The other way is you can take the station south of the market, which is Phnom-Penh. And it's not as common, but you can get there and you can go into it from it. When you get off the BTS or you get out of the metro, just simply take the exit that goes to Chatuchak Park, walk through the park, which is a nice little walk. Usually it's kind of hot, but it's not too bad. Then you can go from there right into the market. And so since we're walking, we're gonna hear a little bit of noise, so let's see what we see on the way. Okay, right over here by one of the funkiest intersections you'll ever see is a nice little park. It's right next to Central Lad Prau, which is a humongous shopping center that's on the intersections of Pahanyotin and Lad Prau. A couple main roads that are in this region. It's the Chatuchak region, which is like a little sub-district of Bangkok. And this park is pretty common, or pretty popular. They've spent quite a bit of money here the last couple years kind of fixing it up. And a lot of the people that, get out of the BTS or the MRT, they'll come and they'll relax on the benches here. And you'll also see the normal stuff that sets up, especially like during the weekday. There'll be some fortune tellers, and there'll be people sitting out here, making a little bit extra money, telling people their fortunes and giving them lucky numbers. Thai people are really a superstitious lot, and they believe in, with the religion, they believe in a lot in like reincarnation. So, the fortune tellers will tell them, their future and what they want to hear, and, tell them maybe some lucky numbers or something that will bring them prosperity. And they'll sit out here on the ground, and it's also a nice place for people to take a nap on a long day if it's really hot. So, not too bad of a little place, and it's right next to the MRT station. That's the Pahanyotin MRT station and the Hayak Lad Prau BTS station. Have some fortune tellers right here. Got some cards out, and pricing's on the little plexiglass. And she's getting her fortune told. And some other people just kind of relaxing. It's kind of rainy, so any of the grass is going to be really wet, and some puddles will be standing up. So this is just a nice Sunday afternoon, and it's just a few people here. I have some birds and a little bit of exercise equipment, but all the exercise equipment is closed. You can't do any outdoor exercising right now because of the spread of COVID-19 if you're exercising outside by yourself. So anyway, let's continue our journey, shall we? Okay, this intersection is what they call Hayak Lad Prau. It's right next to Central Plaza or Central Lad Prau. Now it's called Ha Yak Lad Prao because it's the intersection of basically 5 roads that come together here. It is an absolute insane intersection. It's kind of hard to take it all in from just a footbridge, but there's a lot going on here. We have the overhead, which is the expressway. Then we have what they call Pawadi Rangsit, which is like a surface road, kind of like a loop road. And then it runs into Pahanyao Oten, and then it runs into Lad Prao. You also have the light green line, the BTS, and then the MRT goes under this intersection. And it's really, really a crazy road because you got U-turns, you got overpasses, you got everything going on right here. Now it's a Sunday afternoon, so the traffic is pretty light. But still excuse you for the loud road noises, how much that can be done. So you have just a windy roads everywhere, and it's really easy to get confused. And in this country, if you go the wrong way, it could cost you an hour of your time because you're going to have to go down somewhere, do a U-turn, and you could run into gridlock, and you could spend a lot of time for one simple little mistake. And this leads us right into the park area here. There's 3 different parks. There's Jachujak Park, there's the train park, and then there's Queen Sirikit Park. And they're trying to consolidate them all into the 3 parks into one. And it's quite a nice area, and it's really, really popular. But unfortunately, everything is closed right now outside due to the COVID restrictions. So they've kind of been on again, off again with having the parks open, and it's just been kind of a crazy time for the last 17 months. So anyway, it's the Ha Yak Lad Prao intersection, and there's just stuff going on everywhere. And it's right next to Central Lad Prao, and then there's another shopping center over this way called Union Mall. But we're not going to go see that today. So let's continue our journey. Let's see what it looks like. Just a little bit more walking and we'll be over to the weekend market. Normally this would all be open right here. This is the entrance to Swan Road Phi, which that's Thai for the train park. And they park the motorcycles out here and everybody can go in and exercise. They have some exercise classes that like aerobics that go on out here. A lot of green space. They have a bike path, so you see a lot of people, especially families, they'll be riding their bikes because it's, you know, it's a big city and there's a limited amount of green space. They also have like outside like gyms. They have some soccer fields where they play like futsal and badminton and tennis, and there's other things to do here. But yeah, there'll be vendors normally set up all out here selling sports drinks, snacks, meat on a stick, the normal Thai cuisine. And then on the other side over here is the entrance to Jachujak Park, and it's all closed due to the COVID restrictions, and there's no announce of when they're going to open this back up so people can go outside. But they're trying to control the spread, so they're locking everybody up in their homes. So anyway, let's continue our journey. Okay, so we're right over by the entrance to it, and I wanted to stop over here for just a second before we go towards the park entrance. So outside of Jachujak Weekend Market, there's a lot of other things going on. Obviously, the parks are really close that I showed you earlier. So you have the entrance to Queen's Park, and they have some stuff in here set up for children. They have the Children's Discovery Museum. And then if you go into the train park, there's like a little butterfly garden, and there's other stuff for them to do in addition to running around outside. And right over here, there's JJ Mall, which you can see it's, I don't know if you can see it over there, but it's another indoor shopping, and it's kind of nice if you spend, you know, 4 or 5 hours out in the outdoor weekend market. You can go in there and it'll be AC, which, trust me, after you've been in the Jack Market, you'll want to go in and enjoy some AC. And then right over there, I don't know if it can be seen, it's the new Bangsu Junction. So right over there is what they call the dark red line. And the Bangsu Junction is it's the future of the railroad system in Thailand. And everything's gonna go through that, in addition to the high-speed rail that's coming, being built from China that'll eventually go all the way to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And then you'll also have all the local or the intra-Thailand trains. The Southern Line, all of that will leave out of Bangsu Junction. And then they have this is the newest one. This is the Jack mix, and there's more indoor shopping in there. So, see if I can get across the road without getting ran over. So, yeah, there's just more shopping, more food, which is all a big deal to the Thais. Do some shopping and get some food to eat. And then right out here, this is kind of a cool little shrine. It's pretty popular whenever there's people over here shopping. There'll be people out here making merit, burning the incense and all of that. So you can buy the incense, the lotus flowers, everything you want from here. And then this is the main part of the shrine here. So you'll see people out here praying and leaving their offerings right there at the shrine. And there's quite a little bit. There'll be some music playing. I don't know if you can hear the music or not, but so you have the shrine here with the Naga and the Garuda, everything. Some people have already been out here, but not many. And they'll leave the little drinks with the straw for the spirits. So just a nice little shrine just right here next to the park. So let's go over to the entrance and see what it looks like. So like I was saying though, we've had the COVID restrictions now for 17 months. They've tried a couple different times to open the park up, and then they've closed it as there's just not any tourists in Thailand right now. And about probably a third of the total foot traffic into this market were tourists. So when you take, millions and millions a year and reduce that down to zero, so automatically right there is about a third of the total traffic into this market that's gone. But there's still, with that, there's still plenty of, local Thais that would come here. Now it's all closed up here. I was expecting to see a little bit more like outdoor stalls and stuff, but this is kind of a side entrance to the park. And as you can see, everything is closed up inside there. Now, normally there's kind of what I've understood is about 15,000 stalls, from tourist things to food to everything. So 15,000 total stalls, and now they're all closed up. And there's one person out here selling a little bit of fruit. You can get some langan here for 25 baht for a kilo. Just one lady out here selling. And other than that, there's nobody even here. Normally there would be outdoor stalls set up here on the sidewalk. Over there on that side, everybody would set up some outdoor like little kitchens. So you can go over there and get you some gapao gai, gapao mu, tom yum, whatever you want. There'd be just a regular thriving industry going on over there. And knickknacks, all kinds of stuff set up here on the sidewalk, but there is just nobody here. So what I have to wonder is, where did all these people go that were working here? I mean, you had 15,000 stalls and, 3-4 people probably on average in each little stall. Where did all those people go, and what are they doing now? I have one guy here selling some fake sleeves for some tattoos, if you would like that. Looks like 29 baht or 4 for 100. I'm fresh out of the market for that. I don't need those. But anyway, hopefully he can make a little bit of money here. So yeah, like I was saying though, it's like, where did all those people go? Did they go home to the country? You know, what about their families? All of that. So, you know, I mean, it's probably really, really hard times for all of those people. And normally you'd look in there and there'd just be people just jammed in, where it's shoulder to shoulder, where you know have to just dodge people the whole time. The one thing that most people don't think about is when it is open, is you have to be really, really careful when you're in that crowded of an area because of pickpockets. There's some signs up that say to be careful, and I've heard a couple people that have had, you know, their belongings stolen. And it's the same as anywhere, you know. There's people that will prey on, you know, tourists that, you know, you're distracted, you're in a strange environment, and they will come over and they will take advantage of you. Fortunately for me, I've never had my pocket picked, but you know, it's, you know, you go into places like this enough, and it's just a matter of time. So that was the side entrance, and that's the one that comes directly out of the park. So if you ride this light green line, which is right here in front of us, this is the light green BTS line, and you get off at Mochit, you take exit 1 and you walk through the park to the south, and that will lead you right here to Chatuchak Weekend Market. And if you don't want to take the BTS or you feel uncomfortable, you know, if you get into a taxi, just tell them Chatuchak Market and they will automatically know where to go. It is so popular and so famous that all the taxis, they know exactly where to go. And if you do that, just ensure that you put on the meter. Tell them the meter. If they don't want to do the meter, then just get out and get into another taxi. There's millions and millions of taxis in the city. So if a guy wants to charge you a flat rate, guaranteed it's going to be too high. So just get out and go to somebody that will turn the meter on. But generally you don't have an issue. It's mainly if you go, like when you're leaving here, you're in a tourist area, and some of the taxi drivers will try to take advantage of you. And I say to make sure they use the meter because it's actually the law that the taxi drivers have to turn on the meter. It's not like they're doing you a favor. It's they're trying to take advantage of you, and it's not good for, you know, for them because they're going to try to take advantage of, you know, other people. So anyway, like I said, just jump into a taxi. If the taxi has a green light, flag him down. A green or yellow light in the front window, and tell them Chatuchak Park or Chatuchak Market, and they'll bring you right to here. All right, so we're coming around here. This is the main entrance. And it's all closed up, barricaded, and there's absolutely nothing going on here. And it's pretty famous, some of the stuff that you see, there's like the bell tower. And when you're inside the market, it's so easy to get lost. You just wander around. So it's kind of a center point. If you see the little clock tower, you know, go to it and then you can find your way out. Now inside there, like I said, there's stuff for everyone at every taste, every price. And it's normally pretty reasonable because most of the people that are in there are Thai people. You know, 2/3 of them are Thai people. So you're going to get generally a pretty fair price. You're not going to get like the super high, I'm in a tourist place, so they're going to charge you 10 times as much. And there is a little bit of that, and you can negotiate, but you know, you just got to have some fun with it because you're here after all on vacation. So that's that. We came all the way over here to see. There's just absolutely nothing going on. Normally on the sidewalks there'd be people selling stuff. Stuff is going on inside the market. I told you earlier that you could take the MRT to 2 different stations. The Kanom Pet station is just down to the south of the main entrance, just south of where we are right now. And you can walk into the park. There's another entrance down on the south side. And there's also more like outdoor shopping malls and stuff south of Jack Park. But if you're here, this is definitely a stop that you want to come. It's the largest outdoor weekend market in the world. It covers like, I don't know, like something like 35 acres, and it has 15,000 stalls. So it can be a good time if you're in the mood for some souvenirs or whatever for your trip, or just want to have some local food and see the Thai people, see what's going on. It's a good time. So anyway, I'll keep you posted if it opens back up and come down and shoot another video. And as always, if you like the video, click like. Even if you don't like it, click like. No, just kidding. And share it with your friends, because that's what I need is likes and shares. And if you want to see some other content, just post a comment down below. And have a good day. And remember, life is an endless journey. And enjoy.